Hey guys, it's Cheyenne. So, if you follow me on Tumblr, then you may already know this. I am a huge fan of Archie comics. Archie comics are some of the first comics that I can actually remember reading. I didn't get into superhero comics and stuff like that until I was in middle school, but I read Archie comics from the time that I was pretty young. I remember my mother would always buy them for me in the grocery store because she grew up liking Betty and Veronica. I've always been into retro styles, so obviously I kind of enjoy them for that aspect as well. I absolutely adore them. I love the old comics, I love the new comics. I've been really liking Afterlife with Archie and especially Sabrina's Strange Adventures. That series is really good. This is a book that is eternally on my coffee table, so I guess you can kind of see that I really like Archie, and several people who know me really know this about me. Which I think is why last week I opened my Tumblr one day after work and I had 5 or 6 questions asking me what I thought about the breakdowns for the new Archie TV series that I guess the CW is doing. They posted the casting breakdowns last week and they're interesting. So because a couple of people have asked me, I figured that we would talk about them here. So we're gonna go through the character breakdowns one by one. I'm gonna read them off here and we can just kind of discuss this. So first off, Archie Andrews. A high school sophomore, the redhead is still boyishly handsome, but pumped and looking good after working construction for his dad during the summer. Archie is grappling with heavy issues and juggling the interest of several girls while discovering his passion for writing and performing music against his father and football coach's better wishes. Oh, and he's harboring more than one dark, terrible secret. Okay. Betty Cooper. The blonde and pretty sophomore is described as having some self-esteem issues and affinity for Adderall. Eager to please, wholesome and studious, Betty has a super crush on her longtime best bud Archie, but tired of being the perfect everything, she turns to her new friend Veronica for life advice. Betty has an emotionally brittle mom, a goth-like sister, and a coveted spot on the cheerleading squad, though with certain conditions. Okay. Veronica Lodge. Producers are aiming to ideally cast a Latina as this silver-tongued stunner who has just returned to Riverdale from New York following a scandal which resulted in her father going to prison. Extremely intelligent, self-confident, and immediately popular, Veronica is eager to reinvent herself, from mean girl to caring friend. Jughead Jones. A hearing-impaired actor is being sought to play Jughead as an emo heartthrob. The lanky lad... I'm sorry, that's so stupid. The lanky lad is Archie's former best friend, seeing as the two are still smarting from a rift that took place between them. Angry, but with a philosophical bent, Jughead refuses to take the olive branch being offered by Archie. The hurt goes that deep. The Riverdale TV series will reportedly explore the surreality of small town life, the darkness and weirdness bubbling beneath Riverdale's wholesome facade. Okay. So first I want to emphasize the changes in here that I don't think are bad changes. I think the fact that they are looking for a Latina actress for Veronica, super cool. I think that the fact that they're looking for a hearing impaired actor for Jughead is really cool as well. The rest of this though, so Archie sounds fine. Archie sounds like himself, basically. He likes girls, he likes music, he's kind of an asshole. I think probably my biggest frustration is with the casting breakdown for Betty. Adderall? What? No! So in the comics, you could definitely say that Betty has some self-esteem issues because otherwise why would she keep bothering with Archie? No, why would you want to? And Jughead as an emo heartthrob? First off, Jughead is not a heartthrob. That is not the point of his character. You already have Archie if you want to do that. You could theoretically also bring in Reggie for that. Jughead is not that character. Jughead is the funny comic relief guy. Like, no, don't do that. Like, that would be like if they tried to make Goofy from Mickey and Friends sexy. And like for me, okay, so they want to look at the darkness and weirdness bubbling up underneath Riverdale's facade. Oh, come on. Why can't we just have something that's fun for once? The entire appeal to Archie is that it's perpetually 1962 and none of the conflicts are that deep or that intense, and they can all be solved in 6 to 8 pages, and they play in a rock band, and sometimes Archie's on the football team, and they just kind of do whatever is going to be fun for a gag. Archie comics, when they're at their best, are fun. Even the things that they do that are kind of going off of that, you have to have that Riverdale baseline as a background. Like the Archie versus Predator series, Archie versus Sharknado. The absurdity and comedy of those comes from the fact that Riverdale is, you know, this super squeaky clean, scrubbed, like dry, like Pleasantville place. Honestly, reading the character breakdowns, they don't have a lot to do with Archie. Now, that's partially because Archie doesn't have an overarching plot. I don't get the sense from these character breakdowns that any of this is specifically Archie. It feels a lot like a 9021 Gossip Liars. It genuinely feels like they're plugging in the same basic things from any CW show. You know, the dark secret thing, that's very common. I've been told Ronnie's thing of coming back after a scandal is how Gossip Girl starts. I didn't watch that show. But overall, I think that's the thing that's kind of the oddest about this to me. Why would you go out of your way to make a show of Archie if you're not going to take the things about Archie that make Archie fun? Literally the only way that I can see this breakdown right here working for me, and the stuff of like the surreality of small town life, is if it's super campy, super tongue-in-cheek, and really over the top. If it's something along the lines of maybe Frank Oz's Stepford Wives movie, where it's campy and knows it's campy and it's just having fun with being campy, I could see that. But even then, why? I will kind of keep my eyes peeled on this as we start to get casting stuff and pictures. I'm kind of interested in it now. I don't know if I would have necessarily been that interested in it if it hadn't been on. So maybe that's the point of this. They've gotten my attention because I'm just kind of like, what the hell? So let me know what you think in the comments below. I will see you guys later. All right, bye.